Okay. So, as we have already seen the waste hierarchy, which defines the most sustainable approaches of dealing with waste, we are now going to take a closer look at something that affects every single one of us, the waste we generate right here in our workplace. You might look around the office and think it's pretty clean, well-run environment, and it is. But even the most efficient office generates significant waste every single day, and much of it goes unnoticed. Over the next few minutes, we are going to walk through the five main waste streams found in most offices: paper, packaging, and single-use items, electronic waste, food waste, and energy waste. By understanding where these waste streams come from, we can all start to spot the opportunities to make a real difference starting today. Let's start with one of the most visible waste streams in any office: paper. Think about how much paper passes through your hands in a typical week. Reports and emails printed out just in case, photocopies made for meetings, multiple drafts of the same document. It adds up faster than most people realize. Here's a striking statistic. Research shows that a typical office uses around 20 reams of paper per employee per year. But here's the good news. Efficient offices have shown it's possible to operate with just 7 reams per person. That's a 65% reduction simply by changing habits. So what can we do? The simplest step is switching your default printer settings to double-sided. Beyond that, ask yourself, before you print, could I share this digitally? Could I review this on screen? Cloud storage and digital document sharing mean we rarely need a physical copy at all. Small changes in printing habits can have a surprisingly large impact across the whole office. Next up is packaging waste, and this one is hiding in plain sight. Think about everything that arrives in your office on a daily basis. Coffee cups from the cafe, uh, plastic water bottles, snack wrappers, delivery boxes, and cardboard packaging from suppliers. The particular challenge with single-use items is the mismatch between how long we use them and how long they last. A disposable cup might be in your hand for 20 minutes, but it takes hundreds of years to break down in a landfill. The good news is the alternatives are simple and practical. Bringing in a reusable mug or refillable water bottle is one of the easiest swaps anyone can make. Ordering supplies in bulk reduces the volume of packaging coming into the building, and when cardboard packaging does arrive, making sure it's broken down and recycled properly keeps it out of general waste. These are small habits, but when everyone in the office adopts them, the collective impact is significant. Electronic or e-waste is one of the fastest growing waste streams in the world, and offices are a major contributor. Think about the devices that get replaced or retired in your organization. Laptops, mobile phones, chargers, cables, keyboards, and accessories. When a device is upgraded, what happens to the old one? E-waste is worth taking seriously for two reasons. First, these devices contain genuinely valuable materials, copper, gold, and rare earth metals that can be recovered and reused if disposed of correctly. Second, they also contain hazardous substances that can cause real environmental harm if they end up in landfills. The best approach starts before disposal. Can the device be repaired instead of replaced? If it's no longer useful to us, could it be donated to a school, community organization, or charity? And when disposal is necessary, using certified e-waste cycling programs ensure the materials are handled safely and responsibly. This is one area where doing the right thing also makes good business sense. Food waste is something we might associate more with homes or restaurants, but it's a significant issue in workplaces too. It comes from a few different sources: the office kitchen, packed lunches that don't get eaten, food left over from company events and meetings, and items at the back of the shared fridge that go out of date. Why does it matter? When food waste ends up in landfill rather than being composed, it decomposes and releases methane, a greenhouse gas that's significantly more potent than CO2. So, food waste isn't just wasteful, it's a direct contributor to climate change. The solutions here are largely about mindfulness, taking only when you taking only what you will eat, making sure shared food in the kitchen is used before it expires, and where composting facilities are available, making use of them rather than sending organic waste to general bins. Comparing company events are also worth thinking about. Ordering food more carefully, based on actual attendee numbers can significantly cut the amount that goes to waste. Our final waste stream is one that's invisible but very real, energy waste. Unlike paper or packaging, we can't see energy being wasted, which makes it easy to overlook. But leaving computers running overnight, lights burning in empty rooms, air conditioning running in spaces that aren't occupied, or electronics left plugged in on standby. All of these add up to significant energy consumption and cost. The good news is that energy waste is also one of the easiest to address. Turning off your monitor and computer at the end of the day, switching off lights when you are the last to leave a room, and enabling power saving settings on your devices are all habits that take seconds but make a real difference over time. When multiplied across an entire workforce, these small individual actions translate into meaningful reductions in both the office's carbon footprint and its energy bills. It's one of those areas where being environmentally responsible and being efficiently align perfectly. So, there we have it. Five waste streams, five sets of simple, practical alternatives. Paper, packaging, e-waste, food and energy. Each one represents a genuine opportunity to reduce our environmental impact as an organization. The key takeaway is that we don't need to make sweeping changes overnight. The most effective approach is to pick one or two habits, make them routine, and build from there. Every action counts, and every person in this room can contribute. Thank you for your time today.